Hey, you guys, it's Megan from Create Your Future. Today we have Bianca with us. She's a coach here. Check out her description and link below. She's getting amazing success stories. And today we're going to share another success story with you guys. And it is about one of her clients who had, and I think you guys, I intend this is going to help so many people because I think this happens to a lot of people, but recreating somebody from somebody who is completely closed off. The specific person was completely closed off, emotionally unavailable, into somebody that was able to come loving, more open, and just, more pursuing her and everything that everybody wants in their relationship. And also Bianca's going to share some intentions. So I'm super excited to get in this story. And as always, you guys get out a notebook, take some notes, and intend that you guys will get something out of this video. So, hey, Bianca.
Hello, Megan. Hello, everybody.
So yeah, get into this. Dive into this.
Okay, so this client, she was in communication. They were kind of friends with benefits, but not so friendly, because he was really not showing her love or attention, or they were just meeting, and then he would kind of disappear for a week or two, and then she like before she knew about all of this, law of assumption, and she just tried to talk to him about it, and it kind of like made it worse, because she was coming from the assumption that he's emotionally unavailable, and then she asked him, well, why don't you show me more love and affection, and
See, I think that's key. That is key what you just said right there. It's no problem having that conversation with somebody, the relationship talk. But if you're coming from that assumption of what you just said, you don't want to be with me, you're a player, you're so closed off, then you're going to get more of that. That's key.
Yeah, and it's even in my personal life, like I always watch how I judge people, as in like when I see someone, or especially if I interact like with a guy or something, like I just automatically catch what am I thinking about this person, because what you project, like even the first impression, you can say, oh, he's a player, or because he has like this super hot body, and you think that they are more players,
Right. Must be dumb, right?
Yeah. So anyways, this client, she, when I talked to her, she had pretty good self-concept in general. She didn't have this problem with other people. That's when I realized that, she's for sure having this assumption specifically about this person. So I just suggested her to recreate it. And we went through her blocks and everything, created a mental diet for her, some intentions. This is specific to each people, like it's not the same. I mean, yes, if someone uses affirmations, then yes, you can affirm or do intentions or script them, or like whatever technique you choose, but at the end of the day, you are the technique. So
yes,
whatever we do is, like, I want the viewers and everyone who's watching this to understand that it's about you changing how you see that person, like it's not about just robotically affirm uh, 1,000 times a day that he's loving me, but are you actually changing something in here when you say that? Like, does that affirmation makes you, puts you in that state of, oh, I can have this, I can have anything. This can be possible for me,
yes. Yeah, absolutely. I think you're so right. And you're right. The technique really doesn't matter. You can say the affirmation as many times as you want, or, you can have an inner conversation, or you can have a visual scene, whatever you want. But you're right. It's something to imply that that person is not the same person anymore. And you have to be able to have that ability to somewhat hold that vision for a little bit of time.
Yeah, even if the 3D doesn't show you anything, because sometimes things don't happen like instantly, especially when you recreate a person, because it's about the story that's going on, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of things in there. So
Yeah,
I don't want
absolutely.
anyone. Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, I wanted to say that I don't want anyone to get discouraged if it doesn't happen right the second, just keep persisting, keep going. It eventually it will change, This is what my client did.
Yeah, because you know what? Everything that we see right now is a past manifestation anyway from our previous thoughts. So if you can think of it that way, know that there's movement. So if you keep focusing on something you don't like, you keep recreating it. But if you can say, okay, this is showing up, but I intend, whatever technique you want to use for that, to create the new version of that person. That's how it goes. Because everything, like I keep saying this over and over again, but it's not like it's happening to you, it's happening through you. So it's everything that's happening here is being projected out, not the other way around. So you have to fix it in here before you see it out there. And that is the discipline that takes.
Yeah, exactly, Megan. You are so right. And that's when, I see it with clients that they come to me and they just like, I want him to be a certain way. And I'm like, okay, you can totally have that, but because anything is possible, but let's change how you see him. Like, can you see him being this better version, this desired version, the version that you want,
Mhm.
Can you stay in that knowing and not, you don't like necessarily have to fully believe it nonstop, but it's just you dominantly, going to those thoughts again and again that this can change, he can be this version,
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Redirecting, you're right. And I always like to think there's multiple versions of people instead of thinking that I'm changing one person. That seems so difficult. But if I'm like, okay, there's multiple versions because there's multiple parallel realities, and I'm just selecting a different version.
Yeah, the way I like to do it, I
Yeah.
like to imagine playing a video game and I'm like, just select your character. Okay, there you are.
I love that analogy. That's so cute. Like I like to do it like I'm like writing a movie, but I love that. That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, I love playing video games, so that's where I got the inspiration. I think another video game with this is the Sims, where you can completely create someone and recreate someone, and you can choose what type of hair does he have, what clothes, what personality, what like everything.
Yeah,
This is how I imagine it.
analogy. That's so yeah, that's perfect. I love that. So she was able
Okay.
to select a totally different person then.
Yeah, so the more she stayed on her mental diet with her intentions, the ones we created, she started to see him showing her more love, more attention, and it didn't happen overnight. And it still went to the other version, and she would come to me and she would be like, he's a jerk again. And I'm like, no, stop,
No,
stop.
no,
It's
don't do
working,
that.
don't go back to the old version. Don't call him a jerk again, keep going, like if you want, because you don't have to recreate, anyone. But if you truly love someone, then I really want you to do it, because I don't want people to give up on the people they love.
Exactly, exactly. But you're right, because it is a choice. So you're right, but it does take that. So, focusing, kind of creating that person how you want them to show up with those characteristics, creating, those affirmations or, your visualization or your inner conversations. And then, like I said, holding that. But then when you have those wobbly moments, coming back to it and changing it and affirming to what you do want to see, like redirecting your thoughts.
Yeah, and I know it's difficult, especially when you have the person right in front of you and
Mhm.
he's showing up and you don't like it. That's when you have to shut everything down and go within, like,
Mhm.
okay, I don't like what I'm seeing right now. What do I want to see instead? Like Amanda says, what do I want to create? Do I really want to create this?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes. So when she was able to do that, so she just kept saying it and then he showed up differently then?
Yeah, and I told her to use like every change that she was seeing like in him, just maximize that. You want to focus on that and be like, oh my God. So one day, he started cuddling more and kissing her more. And, and I was like, yes, keep maximizing that. Don't go back to how he used to be, because then you'll get hot and cold. Then it's like one day he's the new version, then he's the other version. So she just
Mhm.
kept going. Like she kept persisting and persisting and persisting. And there were times when nothing was happening. And she would just call me and be like, I'm losing my mind. And I'm like, no, you're gonna get it. You just have to keep going. Like
Yes.
it's going to happen. It's law. I mean, it has to happen.
Right, right. You don't have to figure out how. It's just a law, like a law of gravity. It has to happen.
Yeah, and I suggested her to stop questioning, because I see this with a lot of clients. They keep
Mhm.
asking, is this even possible?
Mhm.
Yes, the answer is always going to be, yes, it is possible. You can do it. It can be done. But it's a matter, like you said before, it's a matter of disciplining yourself, your mind, your thoughts. What are you thinking? What are you entertaining? You know,
Yeah.
and yes, eventually the person will start to show you more and more of what you want. But nobody knows how long it's going to take. Like, it's going to take how long it's going to take you to change how you see him.
Right, exactly. And it's you're the key denominator, basically, or the people,
Yeah.
and it's like it's just doing the work. And sometimes people want a really quick fix, and it can be, but the quick fix is you being disciplined and being committed to this practice. And it's not like a one and done thing. This is like a lifelong thing. Like it's a lifelong thing. Like what you do, your mental diet, your thoughts, because they're always creating, it doesn't stop.
Exactly. I mean, some clients are like, well, I see that if someone doesn't care, it manifests faster. And I'm like, no, it's always manifesting. It's not that you have to stop caring, or I would never encourage someone to give up on their dream or their person, or you never have to settle. I don't want anybody to settle. If you want something, be stubborn. I am so stubborn. Like, I swear, I am the most stubborn person ever. Like, I never give up. I don't care if 10 people tell me no. I'm going to get my yes.
Yes. Well, yeah, because you're right. We came here to create, to have what we want, and it's just taking, what we've been doing all along and, making it work for us the opposite way, because we're waking up and now we realize that we can consciously create. Now, I do realize, and you realize that too, that like, it's not something that we learn at an early age. So yes, it's a skill that's developed, and it does take time to learn, because like you said before, the technique's you. It's you. So you have to do the do, basically. And that's rewire, just refiguring out how you think, and not going for every single impulse or listening to your ego. And your ego is not, like it's people sometimes misconstrue the word ego and think that it means something like I'm better than somebody. But in my sense of manifesting, your ego is telling you, no, you can't have something. No, it's your doubts and your fears.
Yeah, exactly. That voice in your head, like,
Exactly. And stopping that. So yeah. So what are some intentions that she used to change her specific person? And so,
okay, let me just read them. Okay. Okay. So I believe in the version of SP, and here you can include the name of the person if there's someone specific. If it's someone new and you don't know, then you can say him or whatever. So I believe in the version of SP that's exactly the way I want him to be. I feel him being more loving and tender towards me. I am the version that receives affection and love from SP. I feel so good knowing that this is done. I can see him more open and emotionally available. I am allowing myself to feel the truth of these intentions.
I like those. Those are really good. They're all kind of different. Like you have some self-concept in there, some
Yeah,
like manifesting concept, as well as for the SP. So I think that those are really, really great affirmations and intentions. And so they work. So he showed up completely different, huh?
yeah, I love that.
Oh,
And I intend everyone watching this video gets success, and everyone, whatever you desire, it's yours. You can have anything you want, guys.
yeah, absolutely. You wouldn't have the desire if it wasn't supposed to be yours anyway.
Exactly. I
Yes,
love that.
exactly. Well, thank you guys. And thanks, Bianca, for being here and sharing that amazing story. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me here. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Megan.
Yeah, same here. So you guys remember that Bianca is a coach here, so definitely check out her description in the link below so she can help, personalize a specific plan for you to help you manifest what you want in your reality. And we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.